This week, Marcia and I both saw a movie called Juno. It's a domestic drama, a comedy drama about a 16-year-old girl who gets pregnant. That's what it's about, and her choices and what happens, and the guys in her life and her family. And it is I thought, a wonderful movie.
I agree.
Really?
Exceptional movie with surprises in it. You know, we're geezers and have seen a lot of movies in our lives. I thought I'd figured it out, and I was wrong.
Me too. The plot actually, it has twists that surprise you.
Yeah.
We won't say any more than that. My caveat is, I may be a sucker for liking this movie because it is, so much of it is startling just by its pure hipness. This girl is all attitude, and some people have been annoyed by that. And it's got hundreds of cultural references that come too fast to catch. This is a movie to be seen with an interpreter. A very young interpreter.
Exactly
probably just
correct.
old enough to speak English.
Yes.
The screenwriter is very important. The screenwriter is somebody called Diablo Cody,
Correct.
who's a stripper.
Oh, who worked as a stripper.
She became a stripper, and she wrote a book about it, and she also has a blog called Pussy Ranch, in which she talks about that, a very raunchy thing.
Yes.
She is a star now of the hip, super cool. She just had an idea of a scene of a girl who going to some adoptive parents, presumably adoptive parents, and auditioning for them.
Yes.
That was her idea, and the whole movie was spun around that. It's so far from the way that teen pregnancy has been treated over the years.
Yes.
You can imagine on Lifetime Channel 10 years ago, all the moaning and groaning, what are we going to do? Oh my God.
Do you remember there was an Alexander Payne movie called Citizen Ruth? The one who...
Laura Dern.
Huh? Laura Dern.
But
which
abortion.
had about her, the two groups of people. He dealt with it with two different groups, the pro-choice, the anti-choice people, and both of whom want to use her for their own political ends. There is no politics in this at all. None.
No, there's no abortion politics whatsoever. It's not the solution, and that's the end of it.
Is this going to be then the favorite movie of the right-wing conservative Christian group?
No, because I don't think she should get knocked up at all, especially not in a chair.
And then, of course, Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, who, the other movie is Thank You for Not Smoking. He is also hip, don't you think, Jason?
I thought that was one of the squarest movies I ever saw.
Well, anyway.
The moment the movie began, it has animated titles.
Yes.
The titles are so similar to the feeling of one of my favorite movies of all time, Ghost World, which is a movie that was made from a Dan Clowes graphic novel. Enid was played by Thora Birch. It is the same character, actually, the character. And the typeface of everything of the characters is all straight out of the comic book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And there's a graphic novel sensibility to the whole thing.
The production designer, I thought, was extraordinary.
The girl in it, Ellen Page, her name is, a young Canadian girl. She plays 16, she's actually 20.
Yes.
But she also is an actual actress, unlike many of these girls. She was a child actress, and she's a terrific actor.
Her performance, she's in every scene in the movie. She deals with the young man who impregnated her. She deals with her...
We call it knocked up these days.
Her parents. She deals with the girlfriends, the people at the school, the new adoptive parents. She has a maturity that is amazing. And the boy is darling.
The boy is darling. He's the guy from Superbad. The cute guy from Superbad.
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
It's the best line in the thing. He says, "You broke my heart." And it's just
what does she say? She probably says, that reminds me of some band.
She has a stepmother, an atypical stepmother. She's both tough on her and protective of her. She's got a super father who accepts her pregnancy. And he's in the air conditioning
business.
repair.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely typical of graphic novel parents these days. And
He'd been in Vietnam though before that.
I knew you'd get Vietnam in it. Marcia gets Vietnam into every single movie.
Well, it obviously affects people.
Despite all this hipness, I was moved by it. There were two scenes that actually I had tears in my eyes. I get tears in my eyes.
Well, you would cry at
any happy
supermarket opening.
No, any romantic happening, when two people get together, romantic love makes me cry.
Her maturity is amazing, and her coming out of this is amazing. And the last scene of the picture is a joy to see, without being corny. correct?
Correct.